It is 8:45 at night. I am back at my parents' place. As you know from earlier, I was at Colbert and I took a 7-mile walk, 3.5 miles one way and 3.5 miles back. The knee brace is doing its job. But now, being home, I have to say that today is a very, very sad day for me personally. Malcolm Young of AC/DC passed away about 12 noon. I didn't know about it until about 4:30. Malcolm Young, who was the rhythm guitarist for AC/DC, the older brother of Angus Young, passed away, and he died of Alzheimer's. I believe, if I was going to guess, because of how young he was when he got Alzheimer's, I believe it was alcohol-induced, because he was, throughout his career in AC/DC, he was an off and on alcoholic, and I think that it just caught up with him. But you know, I'm glad he's not suffering. He did leave AC/DC officially in 2014. But because he just couldn't, he could not remember anything. Nothing at all. And I would hear, you know, his bandmates say that when they would go somewhere, he would start panicking because he didn't know where he was, you know, so he had to quit the band. And Malcolm Young is my second favorite band member of AC/DC, right behind Brian Johnson. And he's also gone. He's not dead, but I don't know what he's doing. I heard that he's back with AC/DC, but I haven't heard anything from AC/DC at all. And I keep up with them, you know. But he got his hearing back because he went deaf. But to be quite honest with you, AC/DC is not the same band that I remember. Like, it's not the same. I mean, everyone's gone. The only one left is Angus Young, and he's not even like doing his gimmick anymore. Like, you know, the schoolboy. He's now back. He's just himself in pants, which, you know, it's not the same AC/DC. You know, Brian's gone. Phil's probably in jail now. I don't know. You know, for procurement for murder. All people. Malcolm's dead. Oh, it's so crazy to think about. I mean, like, the last person to die in AC/DC was Bon Scott. And that was in 1980. That's crazy. Yeah, but everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Cliff is gone. He's retired. Brian is somewhere. He's off and on, you know, on and off the radar. I hear about him for one day, and then, like, I don't hear about him for, like, 3 months. But he's somewhere. Angus is going back and forth between Guns N' Roses and AC/DC, which I do not like. I like Guns N' Roses, but I don't like him playing with them. I don't know why. I just feel like, you know, stop trying to milk the cow. Like, AC/DC's done. Don't try and reach for other bands, especially Guns N' Roses, because they're not any better. That reunion tour was just awful. It was awful because AC/DC was opening for Guns N' Roses, and at the time, Axl Rose was the frontman for AC/DC, so he would put all of his energy to AC/DC, and then he would have a scratchy throat when he would play with his reunion band with Slash and Duff, and was Steven even on drums? I don't know. I think he was. So that was a disaster. But I still love AC/DC as a previous band, but it breaks my heart. Poor Malcolm. He's such a sweet, quiet guy. And I loved his laugh. Now he's gone. He was only 64. Jeez. Dang. So, I keep thinking about it, and it just makes me want to cry. And I was crying a little bit here and there, and people tell me to snap out of it. No, you can't tell someone to snap out of it. Malcolm was my everything. Now, if Angus Young died, or Brian Johnson, it would be the end for me. I would let the tears flow freely, and I would be loud about it. Anyway, sad days. Have a good night.